his continuing growth as a player. Come on. Be showing a lot more.
Now, here's Doncic. Looking to miss from Stephen Curry. Mitchell. And draw to the inside. And Wembanyama throws it down. Watch out.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
Now, here's George. After the miss from KD. With a steal.
He's going to deny you a shot, so you got to be aware of his presence.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Mitchell. Can't be thrown any better. That bounce pass hit it right in stride. You got it!
Takes a step back. From Durant. He hits both from the strike.
Really always a plus to have the big guy stroke it from the line like that. A soft touch on full display.
Today with another video, and today I want to talk for a bit about the insane playoff race we have going on right now over in the Eastern Conference. I made a video like this a couple of weeks ago talking about the Western Conference and how ridiculously close the standings were, how things could change on the drop of a hat, and how chaotic it was going to be the rest of the season, leading into probably an unbelievable playoff bracket. And after that video, a lot of you said, hey, make one talking about how the Eastern Conference is looking at the moment. And in a couple of weeks since I made that video, the East has gotten more and more chaotic to the point where it's nearly as chaotic as the Western Conference at the moment. It's absolutely ridiculous how many things are changing on a night-to-night basis. There are these big injuries that are currently affecting the standings that could lead to some crazy results. When we actually get to the playoffs, there's a bunch of potential for upsets. It's a wild time to be over there in the Eastern Conference. So let's go ahead and break down this race from top to bottom. Unlike the West, where you've got 4 teams all fighting for the 1 spot, in the Eastern Conference, the 1 spot is locked up. The Boston Celtics are the best team in the East. They're going to finish with the best record in the Eastern Conference, and nobody's going to come anywhere close to catching them. Even if they had like a major injury, I still don't think anybody comes anywhere close to the level of wins that they're going to get to at the end of the season out there in the Eastern Conference. Right now, they're 47-12 on pace for 65 wins. They've got one of the best net ratings in NBA history, not just the best net rating right now, the best offense in the entire NBA, the 3rd best defense in the league. They are a juggernaut, the definition of a seemingly unstoppable force. I tweeted this out earlier. It's hard for me to envision any team in this Eastern Conference, any team in the NBA as a whole, really, beating this current Boston Celtics team when healthy, 4 games out of a 7-game series. They were that good. Right now, they've got a full 8-game lead on the 2nd seed in the Eastern Conference, and I don't think they're even going to lose 8 games the rest of the season. They're on pace to only lose 5 the rest of the way. They've been incredible behind the great play of Jason Tatum as an MVP candidate. Kristaps Porzingis and Jrue Holiday have been amazing additions. Kristaps in particular is hooping out there in Boston. He had the best year of his career last year in Washington, and now he's producing at that same level. High level efficiency, giving them rim protection, great post play, something that they really haven't had too much in the past. Horford's so good. Derek White has been amazing, one of the most impactful role players in the league. Jaylen Brown is great. Joe Mazzulla's doing a good job of coaching them. They've got more depth now. This Celtics team is ridiculous. When we talk about the best team in the league, the Boston Celtics are easily the first team that comes to mind for me personally, maybe a different team for you. But again, if I had to pick a team to win the championship right now, it is the Boston Celtics. They are easily going to run away with the 1 spot. But beyond that, pretty much everything else is currently in question. Behind them in the standings, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Milwaukee Bucks, who are currently tied 8 games back with the Celtics. But that 2 and that 3 spot, they're kind of in this secondary tier where I think those 2 teams are probably going to end up as the 2 and the 3 seeds. They're not that far ahead of the competition. competition, so if one or both of them fell, I wouldn't be super surprised, especially if some teams below them got healthier, but they probably are going to finish in these 2 and 3 spots, and it's because they've had ridiculous superstar level Cavaliers. It's been Donovan Mitchell. This team was ravaged by injuries in early December going into January, and it didn't matter. They went on a crazy winning streak after those injuries because Donovan career. He's got a lot better as a defender. The offense is ridiculous, highly efficient, takes over in those big-time moments. And now that Mobley's back and he's finding his footing, Darius Garland's back. Jared Allen all season has played at an all-star, all-defensive level. He's been fantastic so far. The Cavaliers are looking really good. Since the calendar turned over to 2024, since January 1st, the Cavaliers are tied with the Celtics for the best record in the NBA with 21 wins and 6 losses. It's looking scary over there in Cleveland. This is a team that I projected to take a jump this season. For them is still defense. They're the second best defense in the NBA. Offense is still a little bit shaky at times, but I think as they get guys healthier and back into rhythm, they'll come up, and even with that bit of a shaky offense, they still have the 4th best net rating in the league. Then there's the Bucks, who for the most part in the season have been carried by Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is not getting enough love for the ridiculous year that he's having. I might make a full video about Giannis coming up here soon. If you want to see that, let me know down below in the comments, because he's been absurd, averaging over 30 points per game on 60% shooting from the field, which has never been done before. He's on pace to have one of the most dominant overall scoring seasons ever. He has looked, and I've said this in a couple of videos, Shaq-like this season, where he is just saying, okay, I know nobody can stop me going to the paint, so I'm just going to go there every time and dunk on pretty much everybody. He's grabbing boards by the dozens, dishing out dimes, still a nightmare on the defensive end, one of the most unstoppable players ever in transition. There's not a lot of holes in Giannis's game. This may be the most dominant version we've ever seen of the Greek Freak. He's even knocking down threes as of late. In February, I think shot right around 40% from deep. Not on that many attempts, but even still for Giannis, that's terrifying. In his last 5 games, he's 7 of 9 from the outside. Giannis is more complete, really, than he's ever been. So despite them having a really bad defense all season, issues with depth, and the fact that Damian Lillard hasn't often looked like the team that we're used to, they're still finding ways to get wins. It's been very up and down for them since Doc Rivers came to town. They've been suffering some more losses, but it feels like they're finding a little bit of a rhythm at the moment. The defense has gotten a lot better under Doc Rivers, so that's steadily climbing up the rankings, which is very promising. The offense is still a top 5 unit. They are scary. If they can really put this thing together, especially just having the top-end talent in Giannis and Damian Lillard, who have both done some amazing things in the playoffs, plus if Chris Middleton and Brook Lopez get in a rhythm, this team is still very, very scary out there in the Eastern Conference, even if they haven't been as good as many people thought they would be in the regular season. So those 3 teams have built a little bit of separation for them, but everything else is a toss-up at the moment. Between the 4-seeded New York Knicks and the 8-seeded Indiana Pacers, there's just 1.5 games separating them. That's an unbelievably small gap between home court advantage and being the away team in your first playing game. That's absolutely ridiculous, and it's kind of a result of a bunch of injuries we've seen, so many teams playing at a high level as of late, and kind of finding the rhythm at the right moment. So let's go through these teams. At the 4 spot, you have the Knicks, who have been struggling really badly with injuries as of late, specifically to Julius Randle, OG Anunoby, Mitchell Robinson. They even lost Brunson for a little bit of time recently before he came back. Guys have been in and out of the lineup all over the place. It's been rough for them in the month of February, and it sucks because since they got OG Anunoby before the injuries, they're looking fantastic. They went 14-2 in January, were a top 6 offensive team and the best defensive rating in hoops over that stretch with a 15.8 net rating. They looked absolutely unstoppable after grabbing OG in that first month of the new year, and they just haven't been able to recapture that because of all these injuries. We're waiting to see when they can get healthy, but if they do, this could be the second best team in the Eastern Conference with guys on paper. You take a look at the talent between Jalen Brunson, who's an all-star, all-NBA level player, Julius Randle as well, even though he has struggled in the playoffs in the past. But now those 2 guys have more help than ever with OG Anunoby, who is the perfect fit at that 3 spot. You also have the play of Mitchell Robinson, who is fantastic, looking like a potential all-defensive guy before dealing with that early season injury. They've also got Bojan Bogdanovic now here in town, as well as Alec Burks, and we haven't seen those guys play with most of the top-end talent on the Knicks. On paper, this team just looks ridiculous, and again, they could be the second best team in the East, but if they continue to slide a little bit with these injuries, there's a chance they could end up in the play-in. And imagine you're one of those top seeds, and you potentially have to play a healthy Knicks team in the first round, or even if you're like a 3 seed, that's a really unlucky matchup to draw, because I think this Knicks team, when healthy, can beat almost any.
Gets it to go. He's got 13.
So good at seeing the floor. Doncic able to set up his open teammmates.
Here's to Mitchell. Tatum
chance to himself as a result.
Good.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Outside, George. Pass to Mitchell. For three. And it's KD with the rebound. Here's Doncic. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
This guy is a tremendous shot maker. That really was a tough bucket from Luka Doncic.
Outside Curry. And here's Tatum for three. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
Screen.
Outside, George. Pass to Tatum.
Great patience from Tatum, where not allowing the shot clock to rush him while he finds his spot.
Here's Mitchell. And it's sent back by Mitchell. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. The grand will miss. Beyond the line. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got 5 points now.
Nice rhythm to that play right there, and George is ready to fire. Hey, that's just not a smart pass. It's as simple as that. It was not a smart pass.
Durant with the steal. And the first half is now in the books. Up by 6. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Here's Butler. And Davis sends it back. Outside, George. And Curry has it in front. Oh, nice feedback time from George. Curry's got 9.
A three-point specialist can't let Curry get any space to fire from the corner. That's a recipe for disaster.
Out to KD. Stolen by Mitchell. Fast break. Here we go. Here's him. Here's Davis. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Right side Durant.
Out! One more!
The kick outside to Butler. And for those who are turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And it's Mitchell missing. And George, here we go. A 3 from Tatum. Wembanyama with the rebound. Doncic with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Down low. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
Decent defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA has relaxed the rules that prohibited scouting high school games. With some one-and-done players sitting out their lone college season or getting hurt, teams needed the chance to scout them even earlier. Also, with these new pro-youth leagues where NBA scouting is permitted, the sense was there was an inconsistency that needed to be remedied.
Makes sense. Thanks. Wants to get it to Tatum and does. Takes. Doncic with the steal. Here's Mitchell. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. 15 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making it easier for his team.
And Durant sends it back.
Affecting the shot right there. The length of Durant, no problem for the offense.
And here's the break. Doncic with the steal. Mitchell outside. Pass to Durant. Not loose. Wembanyama with it. Picked up by Davis. Doncic, no good. And Mitchell with a quick pass to the
to stop.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. I got ball. Outside Butler. Pass to KD. Here's Wembanyama. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
And that one's good, Mitchell.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct. Just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming. Attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas.
It's his first trip to the line.
Luka Doncic is a superstar in this league, and he continues to build on what is going to be some kind of resume when it's all said and done. Has every tool that you need to have to be an MVP.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. No good on that.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. And he sinks the second.
And we've seen Mitchell go up against much larger defenders throughout his career. And the reason he makes it look so easy is because of that 6'10 wingspan. He stands at 6'1", but that's incredible length at his height.
Now George following the three-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. Jacks up a three. And George is good for 3. George has got 18 points in the game.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point collide, and it came out gunning. And has not stopped.
Here we go with George.
I think one of Paul George's best shots is his pull-up jump shot. He's been destroying defenses for years with that mid-range pull-up.
Here's Wembanyama. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. They lead by 18. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. It's George on the wing. Now, here's Mitchell.
Adjustments are
20
part of the game.
20 seconds.
And the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Here's Curry. Outside, George. Goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the shot.
Here's Davis.
Bring it forward, man. For being a lockdown defender. He doesn't back up at all. Refuses to give an inch.
Mitchell with it. George picks it up. They get it back.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Pass to Mitchell. George looking around. This one for 3. No basket for the 7th time in 15 attempts this game. Back to Mitchell.
inside that time. He looking for a throwdown.
Outside, George. To the middle. And stolen by Wembanyama. Pushing it up. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
And now looking forward, Doncic. He'll adapt. Nice shot there.
Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved. A full team effort.
Here's Mitchell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The aggressiveness of Mitchell, willing to take off the entire team.
And he makes the first. And Mitchell drops them both. Here's Doncic. Outside Durant. For the three. Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that.
Pass to Tatum. Mitchell way outside. Just 5 on the clock. Outside, George. Shot clock violation.
Shot clock violation.
Here's Doncic. Inside. Here's Mitchell. Another shot. Davis sends it back. And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. Short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, listened in on what Garvingham was talking about with his players. He told them it's all about maintaining the lead. He told them he knows it's easy to get comfortable when they're in this position, but that they need to keep the pressure on. Guys,
Thanks so much, David. For 3, Mitchell. Oh my, he'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell. Free throw drops for Mitchell.
And we've seen Mitchell go up against much larger defenders throughout his career. And the reason he makes it look so easy is because of that 6'10" wingspan. Keep in mind, he stands at 6'1", but that's incredible length at his height.
Shot clock at 6. Here's George. Outside for Curry. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
A 3-pointers right on target. Mitchell's got 22.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Outside Curry. Pass to Mitchell. Outside George. Outside Tatum. Takes a 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Mitchell outside. Back to Durant. 3-pointer. Front past the arc. And Mitchell missing. And too long on the shot. Pass to Butler. Back to Mitchell. Fires the 3. Again, Mitchell missing. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
outside. George. Doncic with the steal. Mitchell outside. Lets the three fly. Can't get it to fall. And so they get the victory here at home. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge.
Que a veces ni se festeja. Si me vuelvo paranoico, mi mente nunca se despeja. Mi cuerpo está libre y mi corazón tras la reja. La gente ve una cabra y yo